Field area weather forecast. Rain likely today, high 75, 80% chance tonight, low 65, a 60% chance for rain tomorrow, high of 80. Scattered showers 75 on Friday, and then it gets nice for the weekend. Mostly sunny, high 75 on Saturday, and for Sunday, mostly sunny with the high 72. Overnight low was 65, yesterday's high 84. 7/100ths of an inch of rainfall overnight in Fairfield. Currently, humidity is at 96%, winds from the east-southeast at 5 miles an hour, and the pressure at 29.95. Right now, checking outside the weather window. Cloudy skies and 70 at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
K-O.
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 K-O. K-O.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Mark Turner there, Mike Dreeth here. Always a pleasure to have the great provocateur,
Good to be here.
Ken Odie, here in the studio.
Good to be
Glad
in
to
here.
have you. And you got to see how the science works here when it comes to the weather. Mark pivoted. He went over to the window. He opened it, put his hands out. They came back dry.
And that rolling window comes, or that
You know
rolling
what?
chair
I've
comes
been
in
here.
handy.
I've been doing this a little over a year.
Yep.
This is the first time I feel honored to be privy to this
Well,
scientific.
It's not
And
raining.
you know what? It works 100% of
It
the
does.
time.
Yeah. It's not raining. We can
Yeah.
report that.
That's right.
And it can be totally certain. You don't have to use radar. The dry hand method works.
Yeah, it does.
All right, a couple things to get started with. First of all, I did not realize this. I learned something yesterday. You know, I had that blowout on my tire that, everybody called me every hour to say, hey, your tire on your truck out there on South First, it's flat.
It's flat on one side, though.
Yes, and on the bottom, it was. The rest of it was fine. Anyway, I had it. Rick's towing. What a great guy.
Oh, Kenny?
The whole thing. He says, "Listen, let me tell you something, Mark." I didn't have the heart to tell him I wasn't Mark. Anyway,
He doesn't. There's not a lot of gray area with him.
no, and he's pretty unfiltered.
You know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
So anyway, Rick takes it down to Vaughn's tire, and there, what I learned is this: I was going to buy 2 tires. I knew that much. I mean, I'm 63. I should know how to buy tires. I knew that if one blew out, I really needed to get 2 of the same. Okay.
Right, yeah.
All right. So, but what I didn't realize that on a pickup truck where it's a back-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, that you put the 2 new ones on the back. I would have put them on the front. But I was told clearly that when it comes to hydroplaning, going on water on a road, that you want those tires in the back.
Do you actually go that fast to hydroplane?
I do between the house and the cabin. Ooh. I go about 55, 60 miles an hour,
Okay.
right past.
So
right past,
yesterday, I get a
Casey's.
letter from the Internal Revenue Service
That's never good. That's never good.
informing me that my our $2,400 stimulus payment is going to be direct deposited. I've had it for a month. I got it a month ago.
What a waste of a letter. Thank God it didn't say we're auditing you. I've gone through that once. Oh, that's horrible. That went on for years.
Oh yeah.
It was terrible.
Just stand by, though, because the state of Illinois is going to send you a sealed-up martini. That's your stimulus.
What an unbelievable waste of time. I just couldn't believe when I saw that. All right, so I couldn't hear okay, here, so there's 2 other items.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, in case you're wondering about the sealed up martini,
Yeah.
there's a new law in the state that
Yeah.
says you can buy a drink to go.
Cocktails to go.
Yeah.
Mixed drinks. But they got to be sealed, and they got to be like in the trunk and stuff like that. But my point was simply, they were in session 3 days, and for a half of those days, they were hammering Bailey for not putting his mask on, okay?
Yeah.
And so in the 2.5 days that they had, they found time to do cocktails on the go. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, and I'm not a prude. I mean, I'll have a
You
drink.
can bet
you
when
partake every
when
once
it
in a while.
all filters out and everything settles, the one driving factor of that was money.
Yes, exactly.
It always is.
The profit margin on that booze is big.
You betcha.
All right, now here's the thing. You're a renowned, statewide recognized pillar of the high school refereeing
Pillar.
community.
That's
a
it,
pillar.
pillar.
A great big pillar. And so when I see news reports that Mount Carmel and Flora either are being considered for or want to be in the Black Diamond Conference, old NEC rivals, here's my first blush, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Flora, yes. Mount Carmel, no. Now, go ahead.
I would think from what I've heard, just talking to some friends I have in Mount Carmel, I think they would rather go to the Little Illini
Yeah, I've the same with me.
and maybe have a large and small.
Yeah. What I've what I've heard, and I heard this from some folks in Mount Carmel and Casey Westfield, by the way, is that Mount Carmel wants in the LIC bad. They would rather go there than the BDC. Secondly, the LIC wants to add a couple of 3 more schools to have a large and small school division.
And Mount Carmel would be better served for that.
Travel-wise, Mount Carmel would be better suited for the LIC,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, absolutely.
So there you go. I
And
just
I mean,
want to make
that's a factor now. I mean, with
sure. Sure it is.
Well, you look at Chester. Last word was they were thinking about it, but I think it's pretty much a done deal. They've already been accepted. All it's waiting for is the school board approval.
Out of the BDC.
Out of the BDC,
into-
going into Cahokia Conference, which is expanding. They're almost doubling size, and they're going to go with a large school and small school division format.
Okay, so there you have the definitive word here on that. Okay, last thing. So you're listening to this city council last night, and by the way, we're going to have to talk to members of the city council because they meet live, and they put you and the press on the phone, and you can't hear anything.
it was difficult to hear.
That's got to stop. They got to allow, if they're going to have a city council meeting where they meet. How is it that they can't have you? We'll make you stay away from them. You can sit in the corner, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that because that's ridiculous. But they don't approve any of the department heads. So let me try this supposition. If you were upset about one, or you didn't want to approve one department head, you would probably not approve any of them so as not to be able to smoke out to the public which one you don't want to put back in office. What do you think about that?
Possible.
Think that's possible. You got any other insight than that?
You know,
that
I
can
don't.
share?
That they went into executive session when that was brought up on the agenda, and they were in executive session for a long, long, long time with the worst guitar music. I was sitting at the kitchen table with
Was
it on.
it the girl from Ipanema?
Oh my God! It was the same song over and over. My wife came in. She goes, "Either you turn that down, or I'm leaving."
Let's hear another one from Trini Lopez.
Oh, it's the same song over and over and over.
The girl from Ipanema. That's
So when they came back to session, I said, "Gentlemen, I have one request. If this ever happens again, please get Terry Smith, one of the greatest guitar players around this area, to record some songs and play that instead of this." Oh, it was awful.
I'm gonna
awful.
ask the question: why are you not allowed, as the person that reports for this radio station, why you're not back in the corner somewhere in that room?
Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
Maybe the 10 people thing. Who knows?
I think hopefully with City Hall opening up and things like that, maybe that
We'll see.
they'll do
see.
that.
Yep.
All right.
You
got me rocking and a rolling, rocking and a reeling for the buck.
Nothing like a good bunk song to get my day going with a big old bucket here of Highlander grog.
You know what band that was from, don't you?
What?
Mike Dreeth and the Bunketeers.
Bunketeers. I love it.
Or the Bunkamaniacs.
They were obviously on their game that day. Birthdays today, May 27th, Vincent Price. He died in 1993 at the age of 82, but he was born on this date. He appeared on stage, television, radio, and in more than 100 films.
That maniacal laugh.
Yes. By the way, he's got...
It was even in Michael Jackson's
Yeah.
Thriller.
Yes!
Yeah.
Born and raised near St. Louis, Missouri.
Really?
Yes, he was. He's got a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame. He was an art collector and art consultant with a degree in art history. He lectured and wrote books on the subject, and did he put together a collection, over 10,000 pieces in the Vincent Price collection. And he donated most of it to a Los Angeles community college worth $5 million. Real nice. In countless horror films in his career, he also could laugh at himself as well. He evidenced that by playing Egghead in the Batman television series.
Yep.
Do you remember him as
Yes.
Egghead?
Yes.
Pretty
Opposite-
exasperating.
It's exciting.
Holy scrambled eggs, bad man.
1960s, opposite Adam West. Married 3 times, 2 kids. He died of lung cancer. Louis Gossett Jr. is 84 today. Mm-hmm. Best known for his Academy Award-winning role as Gunnery Sergeant Emil Foley in the 1982 film An Officer and a Gentleman. Mayonnaise!
Mayo. Yep, Mayo.
82.
He was
Yeah.
also
82.
he was also in several movies with Chuck Norris.
Yes, he was. He also had a winning role as Fiddler in the 1977 ABC television miniseries Roots.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Other productions including A Raisin in the Sun, The Landlord, Skin Game, Travels with My Aunt, The Laughing Policeman, The Deep, Jaws 3D, Wolfgang Petersen's Enemy Mine, the Iron Eagle series. He was
Yeah.
in that. Remember
Yeah.
those? Toy Soldiers and The Punisher.
The Enemy Mine, he was an alien. Remember that?
That was
Yes.
a great one. Dennis Quaid was his co-star
Yeah.
in that one. I love that movie, Enemy Mine.
A cancer survivor. He's been married 3 times as well. Has 2 children. Don Williams. He died in 2017 at the age of 79. He was born on this date. 2010, inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. He began his solo career in 71, singing popular ballads and amassing 17 #1 country hits. Straightforward yet smooth bass baritone voice, soft tones. He was called the gentle giant of music, of country music. Had a velvet voice. His first single with ABC was Wouldn't Want to Live If I Didn't... No, I Wouldn't Want to Live If You Didn't Love Me was the name of the tune. Became #1. He had just a number. I Believe in You was written by Roger Cook and Sam Hagen. That was his 11th #1. Williams had some minor roles in Burt Reynolds movies.
Really?
Yes, he did.
I didn't know that.
In 1975, Don appeared as a member of the Dixie Dance Kings band in the movie WW and the Dixie Dance Kings alongside Reynolds. He also appeared as himself in Universal Picture movie Smokey and the Bandit 2, which wasn't quite as exciting as 1. But anyway.
Is that what is number 2 where they haul the elephant?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Not very good. No, very good. Paul Williams had a big role in that one.
Yeah.
Little guy.
Not a very big role, but
Early in 2006, he announced his farewell tour. Now, you know this. This is what these country stars do, because they always hook me. Early in 2006, he announced his farewell tour to the world and played numerous dates, both in the United States and abroad. Wrapped the tour up with a sold-out final farewell concert in Memphis at the Cannon Center. That was 2006. And then in 2010, he came out of retirement and went on tour again.
That was the retirement tour, part 2.
Part two.
Anyway, he died 2017. He had retired for good in 2016. May 27th, on this date, 3 colonists were expelled from Massachusetts for being Baptists. Oh, one thing for sure, they didn't have any cocktails on the go.
No.
I dare it very much. 1896, 255 people killed in St. Louis when a tornado struck.
What year was that?
1896.
Oh, 1896.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Long before us. 1939.
Well, at least some of us.
Long before us. 1939 in California, the Golden Gate Bridge opened for pedestrian traffic only. You could walk back and forth.
Well, I can't imagine walking across the Golden Gate Bridge now.
No, you wouldn't want to do that. Not with the traffic. 1968, after 48 years as the coach of the Chicago Bears,
George Hallis.
retired. Papa Bear.
Papa Bear, yep.
1995 in Charlottesville, Virginia, Christopher Reeve paralyzed after being thrown from his horse during a jumping event. Never recovered. 1998, and this is going to be really hard for you to believe. Charlie Sheen admitted to a hospital in Los Angeles for a drug overdose. The tiger blood did not help him. Remember? Winning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, did he quiet that down. I mean, you were watching him there for a while, and you kept thinking, he's gone off the rails. He's not coming back. But apparently he took care of the whole thing. Sort of like Britney Spears. There was a period of time where you thought, oh, I think she's coming back. In music news, on this date in 1957, That'll Be the Day. Written, and I'm Looking for Someone to Love by the Crickets, released.
All right.
Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Well, you know, I was really worried about the question of the day. Put one up on Sunday morning, thought it was dynamite.
And it was a dud.
I got to watch my language. It was a dog.
It wouldn't even qualify as a milk dud.
It was a big dog. But the Carnaby Square question of the day, and by the way, you know, Carnaby Square is the fashion leader in downtown. Has been for 40 years.
It is.
But this one comes from
It was, it is, and it
will
shall
be. Yes. Our good friend Ken Odie. He always hits it out of the park. He comes up with the question when he comes in. And his question, who's the
He's
nicest?
leading the league in RBIs
Have people on base.
because he hits it out of the park.
He'll drive them in.
That's right.
He hits it the other way sometimes. Anyway, who's the kindest person you know? That's the question. Oh, did we get some answers? Over 4,000 people saw it.
Notice none of us were mentioned.
No, I noticed that. We'll be back after this.
Everything you care about is in your home, things that you just can't afford to lose. Let us help you protect what matters most. West Bend's Home and Highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent while protecting your home, car, truck, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and more. All with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact CSI Insurance in Fairfield at 618-842-2193.
Remembering why Carnaby got into business, the love of fashion, the love of selling quality products, services, making a little money, but most of all, the love of the people they assist. As Carnaby reopens their doors, Carnaby believes their relationship with the customers and community has strengthened. You continue to inspire them to move forward and not give up. Let's ease back into going shopping and dressing up. The Carnaby girls are excited to assist you with spending your gift certificates or selecting a new look. Oh, happy day! Grab a friend and let's go shopping.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to your station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates for places like Three Chicks Fudgery, Act Tire and Auto, Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, and Bullard's Farm Market and Bakery. You can shop 24 hours a day and save tons of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long each deal will last.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Supreme Court nominee Douglas Ginsburg admitted he'd used marijuana and told us,
I have today asked President Reagan not to forward my nomination to the Supreme Court.
On his third try to fill the vacancy, the president picked Judge Anthony Kennedy.
The experience of the last several months has made all of us a bit wiser.
Senator Robert Dole joined the presidential race.
I offer a record, not a resume.
Caspar Weinberger resigned as Secretary of Defense. Chicago's Mayor Harold Washington died. Roger Clemens won his second straight Cy Young Award.
I thought I had a pretty good chance at it once I won 20.
And here's what the new music sounded like.
Like a candle in the wind. Is this the love that you want me? I get so emotional. This one goes out to the one I love. We'll get together. Ask me I'm falling. Shake your love. I got my mind set.
Okay, think it over. The answer and a little bit of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. The modern take on nicotine has arrived. Say hello to Velo hassle-free nicotine pouches. It's a game changer made for game changers. Whether you're grinding in the boardroom or from your basement, producing a podcast or prepping a photo shoot, writing code or commanding a crowd, whatever your hustle is, Velo's ready. Visit Velo.com now to find your retailer. Website restricted to age 21 plus tobacco consumers. Underage sale prohibited.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores, the score used by 90% of top lenders, for free, even if you're not a customer. Checking your score won't hurt your credit, and you can check each month for changes, always for free. The Discover Credit Scorecard, free for everyone. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
November 1987.
George Michael and Faith, the top song of November 1987. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Uniquely Rustique would like to thank all of their customers for their continued support. They are covered up with Memorial Day flowers. Stop by for ready-made arrangements or get flowers and supplies to make your own. All cards are 45 cents each. Now is the perfect time to send cards to the special people in your life. They are open Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 3. Curbside pickup and delivery available. Call 842-3544. Shop Uniquely Rustique for a truly unique shopping experience.
Yeah, secret compartment. And remember the great line from Underdog? In the secret compartment of my ring I fill with an Underdog super energy pill. We were just talking about last Saturday. It wasn't that I didn't lose my wallet. I came in and bought some flowers.
Yeah.
I lost my debit card. Okay.
Yeah.
And I just get crazy when that happens.
Well, yeah, everybody does.
And so I start tracing my spots. I walked back and forth in front of your place. I called you. You said, I don't have your debit card. And when it turns, I'm wearing these bib overalls. In fact, there were 2-3 people on Saturday who said, until you talked, I didn't know it was you because I didn't think you would ever wear bib overalls. Anyway, I had a secret compartment inside my bib overalls. That's where I found my debit card. You'd say
was it on the front in the whole thing of pockets on the front of the bibs, or?
Well, there are lots of pockets.
Each of those pockets has a function.
Yeah.
Well, I have one now.
Apparently, one was for hiding your debit card.
Yeah, apparently, yes. I have one where I can put my phone in the front, and I can put my wallet, and then apparently
You got a place for a pen, a pencil.
I have a place for that. I got a loop on my side for my hammer.
For a hammer. Yep.
They're very functional.
And a little pocket in there for a
ruler.
Yeah, remember the little rulers
My
that you
granddad
folded
used to fold
out?
out rule. Yeah.
Put
Now,
them in there.
once church starts up, I'll get a black pair of bibs with white stitch. That's
Okay.
what I'll wear to church.
And,
guess what?
And a matching suit.
And guess what? Carol will not be going with me.
And a new flannel shirt, all buttoned up.
No. If you're going to church, you got to have a white shirt, freshly washed white shirt.
And then you got to have maybe hanging out the side a little handkerchief at your pocket. Don't you think?
Well, yeah.
All right. Anyway, you saved us because, I thought that, maybe the question of the day had been axed by Facebook or something like that after the dog that I put up on Sunday. Ken Odie came up with this one. Over 4,000 people were reached by this, and we had 40 or 50 comments. And the question was, who is the kindest person you know? Again, none of us were mentioned. Valerie says, our neighbors Rich and Leanne Merritt. Montgomery. Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. There's the next line. Montgomery. Pam
I think
says...
Leanne was a Merritt, though, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Okay. Pam says, Charlie Mitchell, the sweetest, kindest man I've ever known. Kathy says, I'm a little biased. David Rutger. Brenda says, Joyce Adams, my kindergarten teacher at New Hope School.
Oh, she's a wonderful lady.
Elizabeth says, Pam Smith, kind, loving, humble. Leslie says, Kenny and Sandy Wilson.
Especially at Halloween.
Here's another person who says, Nikki Gray and Misty Titzer. Both are the nicest people. And let me just, for a second, take a break here. Let me just say this. When I came back almost 2 years ago to Fairfield and came here to the radio station, there had been some consternation in the community. Okay? Mm-hmm. And the nicest person to me, and I'm not doing this because she sponsors this, Christy Horning. Mm-hmm. She went out of her way to bury any kind of bad will that there'd been with the radio station, and she's been a personal friend ever since, and has been as nice as anybody could be.
Absolutely.
To me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I had to say that.
She's a good one.
I had to say that. Seth says, I know a lot of these people mentioned and agree, but for me, I'm biased. Junior Cannon, Larry Smizer, Harry Thomason. 3, he put in. Oh, my. There's all kinds of. Kathy York, name that. Terry McGahey. Brian says Carol Duggar. Terry McGahey mentioned again. Am I pronouncing that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Allie says Emmy Carter. Rick says Pat Pollard. Shirley Mason and Richard, two of the nicest people I know. I would have to agree with them being on this list. Mm-hmm. Peg Lynch. Stacy says Morgan K. Griffith comes to mind. Mm-hmm. Krista McNeely is mentioned by Melody. Ken Odie says this. You might as well say it.
Cindy Ellis. She does so many things for her school at Jasper, for her church, for the community. I mean, she and her family have been friends of ours for many, 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 many. We met them through sports. Our boys played sports together, so we've grown up together. Great friends and just an outstanding person.
Now, I got to see if I'm pronouncing this right. Jenilyn Sanchio Wellen. Is that the right pronunciation?
Looks like it.
All right.
Sounds right to me.
Okay. Cindy Smith. Misty Titzer again. Carissa Sledge Miller.
Bottom line is there are a lot of kind people and they deserve to be recognized.
Dwight Essery, Shirley Tullis, Amanda Johnson, Wanda Tullis, June Whedon, Diane Taylor, Katie Simpson, Patty Pollard. And here's the one that I got as a write-in vote, and that was from the Bobcat here over my shoulder in the newsroom, and they're feverishly working.
Yeah.
Linda Monge.
Absolutely.
Had to say Linda Monge. He had to make sure I put that in. And you know what? If I had a list of really nice people that I know by virtue of being in this job, one of the business people would be Brian Reitnauer of Reitnauer HVAC. You know,
you just flowed right into that.
Yeah, that was a very nice segue.
You know, it's sort of, I'm getting more and more like Marlon Perkins. You know what I mean?
Like you wear overalls?
No, I don't think Marlon did.
The only difference is he doesn't send me in to wrestle an alligator.
Right. Here, Jim. Hold this elephant.
My favorite was,
You know?
like the Jaguar that runs real fast, you too should be running fast to Mutual of Omaha.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brian Reitnauer.
Could you imagine what that would sound like? You know, while I tell you about the air conditioning that Brian Reitnauer can install in your home, Mark is going to wrestle with a faulty air conditioner at his house.
No, you won't, because you wouldn't know what to do. You'd have to call Brian.
I would.
You'd have to call Brian Reitnauer. He's the local authority in all things concerning HVAC, including geothermal.
And if I did try it, there would be some not very nice words.
Brian's...
And then a phone call.
He's a Wayne County native, but he does work in Wayne, Hamilton, and Clay counties. Works with his son. And he does traditional HVAC. The products that he likes to work with are Rude and Payne furnaces. And he likes to work with rude people like me. If you have an old furnace, you might want to have him take a look at it. Brian Reitnauer. Tell him you heard about him on Morning Coffee. The number, 618-214-2593.
All right. So Pizza Hut is getting on the game of saluting the graduates of the class of 2020.
Offering up a slice?
Offering up a free medium pizza, a whole pie.
Ooh.
Yeah, company has teamed up with dairy farmers to give away 500,000 medium pizzas to graduates of the class of 2020. All you got to do is sign up for a Hut Rewards account and claim a coupon by Thursday night. It can be used through June 4th.
Now, don't walk into the local Pizza Hut and say, I want my pizza, because you got to apply for that.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure before I get a call from there saying, why are you sending people in here to get free pizza?
Well, yeah, you got to go online and get the Hut Rewards card.
Well, here's the thing. Have anybody, or either one of you, ever watched the TV show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
No?
I've seen a little bit of a couple of
Well, they're starting their 15th season.
It's been around for a
15th
while.
season.
Danny DeVito stars in
Yes,
that
he
show.
does. That will make it the longest running live action American comedy series ever. Premiered in 2005.
I think
No?
C-SPAN has the longest comedy series ever. It's called Congress.
Oh, my. Well, here's a story. We've had graduations going on. 13-year-old boy getting ahead in academics without even stepping foot in high school. Jack Rico will be graduating from Fullerton College on Wednesday with his associate's degree. 4 associate's degrees. 4. He's 13 years old. The school says Rico is the youngest student to ever graduate from the college.
That's pretty impressive.
I would say he could be, at that rate, he probably could have his doctorate before he's 21.
Oh, I would imagine so.
Pretty impressive. Not even out of high school.
I never had to worry about that.
Getting out of high school?
No, just
Yeah, I had to worry about that.
It took me 13 years to get my degree. So I was out of high school. Retired Marine, a former U.S. Marine, getting attention over a Memorial Day weekend. Retired Marine Corps Staff Sergeant Tim Chambers raised awareness about veteran suicide by standing on a median in Washington, D.C., saluting for 24 hours in a row. He was he's been doing that since 2002. The Department of Defense and Veterans Affairs says an active duty service member or veteran commits suicide nearly every hour.
If you don't think that's tough, just try standing in one spot for an hour.
Standing
He would
at
always stand
attention.
during that meeting and salute the motorcycles when they were there for Rolling Thunder.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty tough.
I got two
Sure
messages. I got two messages during that last story.
Yeah.
One from Brian Reitner saying he's listening right now as they're doing a furnace. So
Okay.
thank you. Glad that
Brian
he's
Reitner.
glad that
Tell
he's
him
listening.
that my wife has hung a half a beef in our bedroom.
It's that good.
Oh my gosh, it's cold.
Nice and cool. And the second was our brother Dave update. Can't get through a show without telling you what's going on there.
I know. What do we got?
He says he's going to meet her this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, Tanya.
All right.
We could have a report next Monday
We could have.
of the first meeting between the two of them. I wonder if she's coming to the palatial estate in Edwards County, or if he'll be going to the naval station in the middle of Indiana. Both sort of preposterous, if you don't mind me saying.
Well, old Dave Rush is at it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, he's teamed up with his wife Jennifer to break another world record.
Oh, is this the
one-
guy? This the T-shirt thing?
This is the guy from Idaho. Yeah. Broke the record for most T-shirts put on in 1 minute with a team of 2.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you got this guy and his wife.
Yeah.
They've got 30, 40 T-shirts on a bed or something right next to you, and you've got a minute to put on as many of those T-shirts as you possibly can.
Yeah. Jennifer was able to get David into 32 different T-shirts in 60 seconds, which breaks the previous record of 31. Now, I'm not sure if he had to take one. I think he was just putting them on.
All right,
I
but they
don't
got to
think
all
he-
be 3X.
Putting one on, take it off. Put one, take it off. I think it's just putting them
Oh,
on.
no, just put them on. It's just like you become. But
Right.
they've got to be all 3X, right? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, you wouldn't want to put on something that's, unless you do it progressively. You do your regular size,
Yeah.
and then you go
Yeah, I don't
to.
know.
I put the first one on the label would be in the front, and I'd be
Yeah.
all frust.
Rush has broken over 100 records to advocate STEM education.
Well, it's like kind of like I hold the record for eating the most bowls of tomato soup with a fork. I mean, come on. What does it stop?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. I think that's what it stands for. I should know, but I don't. Let's see here. Alan Jackson. Here's the 2 music pieces of news, and one of them gets me again. Do you realize that on 3 occasions we have had reservations, tickets to watch Michael McDonald? Okay?
He's with the Dubes.
2 times by himself.
Yeah.
Okay? We have tickets for him in St. Louis this year. Guess what?
Canceled.
Doobie Brothers postponing their 50th anniversary tour due to the virus.
Yep. Next year it's going to be the 51st.
The Doobies
anniversary.
are entering the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
About
And
time.
yes, exactly. And we're to celebrate this summer with a 53-show tour, their first in over 20 years, with keyboard artist Michael McDonald. In a statement, the band says the tour's being pushed back to next year for the health and safety of the fans, crew, and local employees. Now, here's the other one, the second piece of news. Did you see what Alan Jackson's doing?
No.
He's announcing 2 small-town drive-in concerts. Huh?
Really?
You have a drive-in, like the one they've got one in Litchfield, they got one near Newton or Oblong
Yeah, I
up
think
there.
there's one over by Belleville.
There is one over there. He will perform in front of about 2,000 parked vehicles on June 5th and 6th. The shows will be held in Cullman, Alabama, and Fairhope, Alabama, respectively. Tickets go on sale this Friday. Wouldn't you go?
Oh, I would. Absolutely.
And you got to put the window down. Remember?
No, they do on radio frequencies
You get the
anymore.
speaker.
Is that what it
And
was?
you know what?
What fun is that?
If he's at a concert, if he's doing a concert, I don't know that you'd need to have the radio or the speaker.
You probably got a sound system.
Yeah.
You could probably hear it.
And
Do
by
you,
the
ha-
way-
do any of you have a speaker from the drive-in?
No.
Does
Do you have one?
Is the statute of limitations up on that?
Oh, you drive off.
Oh,
with
I
it
drove
and
off. I busted a window.
You forget to take it off and put it back on the stand?
Yeah.
I didn't do that. They always said if you do that, just bring it in. It's no big deal. But you didn't bring it back in.
No.
Hey, by the way, we'd had a couple calls over the last couple of days about the Show Us Your Mask contest.
Yes, we have a winner.
And we have one. I'm sorry it took me so long to be able to get this information. Riley Cantrell from Crossville won this. And pretty nice picture.
Yeah, there's a picture up on the WFIW news page.
So there you go.
All right.
You got, he's got trivia today.
Ken Odie's got trivia today.
Are we okay on time?
Yeah, we're okay on
All right,
time.
go
We're
ahead.
good. We're good to go.
And what is the topic
It's
of our
things
trivia?
that you didn't know they had names.
Things you
Yeah.
didn't know they had names.
Last night I did a little tease on Facebook that that utterly sick feeling you get after eating or drinking too much is called crapulence. And I love that word, crapulence.
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 Crapulence. Well, I tell you.
And I had some responses
Yeah,
on
you're
that.
right. I have had crapulence before.
Malox.
Tommy
You just
Kent,
say Malox.
Tommy Kent said he thought that was Latin for Carbondale. Nathan Jones had also had some experience, but all right.
That would be carbondale.
Carbondale.
All right, the space between your eyebrows is called what?
Very narrow.
The way it smells
Very
after
hairy.
the rain is called what?
The way it smells after the rain.
Yeah.
The
Well,
plastic or metallic coating at the end of your shoelace is called
I know that
I know
one.
that one.
I know that one.
I know that one.
the rumbling of your stomach is actually called a what? The cry of a newborn
I
baby
say that
is
on
called
radio?
a what?
The cry of a newborn baby.
Right. The prongs on a fork are called what?
I know that one. I do
Number
know that
7,
one.
the sheen or light that you see when you close your eyes and press your hands on them is called what?
Man, these are hard.
Number 8, the tiny plastic table placed in the middle of a pizza box is called a what?
Piece of dollhouse furniture.
The day after tomorrow is called what? And it isn't Friday. Your
after
tiny toe or finger is called what?
I know that one, I think.
The wired cage that holds the cork in a bottle of champagne is called
Oh, you think
what?
it's over the top that you have to twist?
I have some others if we have time.
Oh, we'll have time. We'll see, because it's going to be difficult. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back on Morning Coffee with Ken Odie, and we'll give you the answer to those questions right after this.
Complete HVAC is concerned about your indoor air quality, so they are offering for a limited time a high-efficiency media filter cabinet, $120 value free of charge when you purchase a Carrier Complete system, furnace with AC or heat pump. The filter has an exceptionally large surface area which traps airborne pollutants and irritants regardless of the season and provides a cleaner, fresher air. Turn to the experts at Complete HVAC, your Carrier dealer in Albion. Call Stu or Sam at 618-445-3329 today for a free estimate.
Let us keep you company from 5:36 to 6 each weekday morning. I'm Rita Frazier,
I'm DeLoss Yankee.
and we lead the RFD Radio Network team.
Give us 23 minutes every morning, and we will share the latest farm and agriculture news that could affect your life as a farmer, agribusiness professional, school board member, or landowner.
We're not sure what you're doing at 5:36 each morning.
We're not sure we want to know.
Whether you're in the barn, cab, truck, or shower, or on the treadmill, tune in to this station and let us do the work for you, bringing you the news that you need for the day.
Join us here on your favorite local radio station every weekday morning. Stay tuned in throughout the day.
Local radio is still the best way to stay connected to your community.
What's Going On is brought to you by Wayne White Cuddy's Electric Cooperative in Fairfield, who remind you that geothermal is the most energy-efficient way to heat and cool your home. If you are a Wayne White Electric customer and you install geothermal in your home, you can receive a $1,500 incentive rebate check from Wayne White. Learn more about this rebate online at waynewhitecoop.com. Here's what's going on. The Wayne County Soil and Water Conservation District would like you to know that even though their doors are locked, they're still there to help you in any way they can. All you have to do is call them. The office number is 618-842-7602, extension 3. The Wayne County Soil and Water Conservation District offers many ways to help, including supplies like filter fabric, erosion blankets, and marking flags. They also have equipment for rent, such as a 10-foot Great Plains drill. If you need help in any way that the Wayne County Soil and Water Conservation could help, give them a call. 842-7602, extension 3 is the number. How do you take the 2020 census? You'll have the opportunity to respond online, by phone, or by mail. Federal law keeps your responses safe, so take your 2020 census with peace of mind. Learn more at 2020census.gov. This message brought to you by the Wayne County Health Department.
Your Classic Hits Fairfield area weather forecast calling for rain today with the high 75. 80% chance tonight, the low 65. 60% chance tomorrow, high 80. Scattered showers 75 on Friday. For Saturday, mostly sunny, high 75. And for Sunday, mostly sunny, high 72. Overnight low 65. Yesterday's high 84. 7/100ths of an inch of rainfall the last 24 hours in Fairfield. Currently, humidity at 97%, winds from the southeast at 6 miles an hour, and the pressure at 29.96. Right now, rain and 70 at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar shows a line of light rain moving up from the south into Wayne County as we speak this morning.
I guarantee if you use the Turner method of rain detection, you would find a different result right now.
Yeah, it's raining.
Yeah,
you put your hands out there, you bring your hands back, they'd be wet.
You could, you could even write a song about it. Be like the hokey pokey. Put your right hand out, you bring your right hand in.
And you wipe them all around?
If it's wet, it's raining again.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
All right, so we got some offbeat kind of questions for the trivia.
Yeah. All right, ready?
Yep, bring it on.
The space between your eyebrows is called a what?
Well, for some people, it'd be very hairy.
What?
Glabella is correct.
Glabella?
Glabella.
Well, that was by the Bobcat. He knows his...
That sounds like a drug that you shouldn't take if you're allergic to it.
Put some salve on it or something. All right, number 2, the way it smells after the rain is called what?
I don't know.
Petrichor. Petrichor. Petrichor.
I'm going to use that in a sentence someday.
Yeah.
Okay, the plastic or metallic coating at the end of your shoelace is called a what?
That is an aglet.
I thought sniglet.
Aglet is correct.
Aglet. Okay.
The rumbling of the stomach is actually called a what?
Now, can we say that on radio?
Let me consult George Carlin.
I don't even have a guess.
I don't know.
No.
A womble.
A womble.
W-A-M-B-L-E.
Well, wombles weeble, but they don't fall
That's
down.
right. Number 5, the cry of a newborn baby is called
irritating.
A what?
Very irritating.
Vagitus.
A what?
The cry of a newborn baby is called a vagitus. Or vagitus.
Okay.
I don't know. Whatever. Number 6, the prongs on a fork are called what?
I call them
Tines.
They are called tines. That is correct.
Well done.
Thank you.
The sheen or light.
You know your eating utensils, don't you?
I do. I do.
The sheen or light that you see when you close your eyes and press your hands on them is called what?
Starry Night. The Milky Way.
Phosphones. P-H-O-S-P-H-E-N-E-S.
Okay.
Doesn't come up in regular conversation, does
But
it?
it will now.
All right, number
sure.
8. The tiny plastic table placed in the middle of a pizza box is called a what?
the tiny
What was it?
plastic table in
What did
the
he say?
middle of a pizza box.
Box tent is
Box
correct.
tent, Tom Levine with the answer from the Peanut Gallery.
The day after tomorrow is called what? This sounds Shakespearean. Overmorrow.
Good job.
Yes. Overmorrow.
Overmorrow.
Doth
What
be doing over morrow?
doth?
Or you will get crapulence. All right, number 10. Your tiny toe or finger is called what?
My piggy.
Pinky.
No.
Man, I'm looking out there. I'm not sure I still have one.
Little piggy.
Minimus.
Minimus.
And so the big toe or the thumb
Maximus.
would be the Maximus?
I guess that's Maximus. I don't know. That wasn't on here. Number
And then
11.
the other ones are the middlemas.
Number 11. The wired cage that holds the cork in a bottle of champagne when the state of Illinois sends you this bottle is called a what?
I don't know.
A cage.
No.
Nobody out there knows.
A graph. A-G-R-A-F-F-E.
I don't know.
We don't do much.
Got time for some more?
Yeah.
The na and la which don't really have any meaning in the lyrics of any song, are called what?
Fillers.
Vocables.
Vocables.
Okay.
When you combine
that's what you do after you have a Lunchable.
There you go.
You vocable.
When you combine an exclamation mark with a question mark, it is referred to as a what?
An excited question.
Interrobang is correct.
Whoa! Look at this.
You know, I bet she won some Scholar Bowls with that sign.
All right.
Stuff.
Yeah, the space between your nostrils is called what?
The space between your nostrils. That's your septum, isn't it?
I'm just reading the question.
He's just reading that
The
question.
space between your
So
nostrils,
you
I'd
mean
say right
this, and
here.
It look like you're
I'd say
picking
right
your
here.
nose, I guess.
Yeah. Columella nasi.
I've noticed that quite a few of the people on our mugshots don't have a space
Right.
between their nostrils, but we're not going to go there.
All right. The armhole in clothes where the sleeves are sewn is called what?
The sleeve. I don't know.
Armsky. A-R-M-S-C-Y-E.
I tell you what, are we bellying up to the trough of
tell you
knowledge
what,
and
we're
slurping?
slurping.
We're slurping.
We're
today.
slurping.
Up to something.
We are crapulence.
You got any more?
Yes, I got more.
I would say
we
that a
are
lot of this
full of
has been crapulence, but
This is something we can all relate to. The
All right.
condition of finding it difficult to get out of bed in the morning is called what?
normal.
Dysania.
Dysania.
And this is one that I can relate to. Unreadable handwriting is called what?
Crapulence.
Griffinage.
Griffinish?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have to admit, despite your being a doctor, we can read your handwriting.
Oh, it's not that good. It's gotten much worse.
The dot over an I or a J, small I, small j, is called a what?
I don't know.
No idea.
I think Vaughn's suffering out there. He thinks he knows it.
I
No.
guess a tittle.
It looks like he's hurting.
By the way, I'm not a medical doctor. I just want to make sure you
You
understand.
just play one
But you
on
play
radio,
one on
right?
TV.
But I won't play one.
How about that Holiday Inn Express? All right. That utterly sick feeling you get after eating or drinking too much is called crapulence.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. Number 20, and last.
And last.
The metallic device used to measure your feet at the shoe store is called, when you went in to get your little
Yeah, I
Red
remember.
Goose shoes.
Exactly. I remember it
It's a
well.
it's a Bannock device.
A Bannock device, which leads us to believe that George Bannock or Fred Bannock is the one who came up with it. Yeah? Ken Oates here. Thank you so much for saving me and the question of the day this day. I got to come up with another one tomorrow, so this could be.
Did we not give you 2 or 3 yesterday?
If you did, I didn't write them down.
You did write. Did he not write them down, Tom?
I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask.
I don't.
I'm
remember.
suffering from crapulence. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Ken.
My pleasure.
Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW. WFIW.
All the important news here first. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, the station listened to, not just heard, 104.9 FM.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. See pictures and prices at boydfern.com or follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. President Trump on Twitter is threatening to strongly regulate it or shut it down. The company flagged 2 of his posts claiming expanded mail-in voting would lead to fraud.
Under those tweets, there is now a link that says